Hello, it's Not Bad Cat here on February 26th, 2022 with your weekly Rimworld mod updates and uploads. Before we look at new mods this week, I've got a message for anyone planning on playing Rimworld on their Steam Deck. Tynan has said that Rimworld does work on it, but it does have some UI issues and other oddities. The updates and bug fixes aren't likely to be finished by the time the Steam Deck releases, so he does ask you to wait until his team provides an update, because he wants you to have the best experience. You'll find a link in my description if you want to read it yourself. Now, let's take a look at what's new this week. If huskies aren't good enough for you and wolves are annoying with their wildness decay, well, here's an even bigger and fluffier dog. Aaron's Great Pyrenean Mountain Dogs by Aaron. It's capable of all training, needs to eat meat, and it is better than vanilla dogs and wolves. So these are the guard dogs you are looking for. Take a look at all these piles of pemmican. How long will this last for one colonist? You can either do math or there's a mod for it. Practical Pemmican changes everything about Pemmican to make it just like meals. No more counting by stacks of 16. One pemmican equals one meal. Make a single pemmican or 4 at a time and it stacks to 10, just like meals. It's much more efficient on storage as well. Mining Skill Overhaul by Miathea might be renamed to better fit expectations in the future, so you'll have to look out for that. Because this isn't an overhaul, but if you are playing on a flat map, you'll probably like this mod. It changes the chance of getting a stone chunk when mining. In vanilla, it's a flat 25% chance, but with this mod, there's a greater chance to get a stone chunk based on the pawn's mining skill. Each level provides plus 5% until level 10, where your pawn has a 75% chance. To get to a 100% chance, they gotta get all the way up to level 20. So if you gotta build a base out of non-flammable materials, that flat map is gonna run out quickly. And you don't want to caravan and haul your building supplies. If you play with Yayo's Combat and the Vanilla Factions Expanded Pirates mods, or watch a polar bear YouTuber, you might have noticed that the Warcasket armor doesn't protect the pawn. It's great against enemies, but not so good for your pawns. So Soky created this mod, Yayo's Combat Warcaskets, to fix that and make Warcaskets protect the pawn inside again. But this is more than just a bug fix. Think they're too powerful? Now you can change that. If you also use Vanilla Faction Expanded's Ancients, this mod will fix the bulletproof power for Yayo's Combat. And you might see an update in the future that allows you to change the raid point cost for Warcaskets. They tend to be a little on the powerful side for how much they cost. I swear it isn't sci-fi if you don't have a long extinct super advanced race that disappeared eons ago, but they left behind their technology that no one understands. And that primordial race and their relics are always revered. Techprints are Relics by Kayesh treats Techprints like ancient lost knowledge relics. You can still use any Techprints you use. It's just that after, you get a relic of that Techprint. You can add the Techprint Significance precept to your ID legend and have it set to Holy. Each Techprint relic will add 2 mood bonus to any ritual rooms. Helixian Additions by Optimus Primordial is an add-on mod if you use both Vanilla Furniture Expanded Power and Dub's Bad Hygiene. It adds more ways to get gas, such as turning fecal sludge into gas with an anaerobic digester. There's also fracking gas wells and a machine called the Gasifier. It'll let you produce gas cylinders for better incendiary traps, tar you can use for tending colonists, and more. There's a lot more it does, and it also adds interactions for several mods like Alpha Animals or Expanded Materials. For those of you who love to decorate your base, Too Many Props by Messianic Gaming is probably for you. Currently, it adds tons of tables, chairs, and a few ways to display your wealth. You can create a barrel of gold, a chest of gold, or just piles and piles of gold. You'll get it all back if you deconstruct them, so don't worry about that, you aren't losing anything. I wouldn't be too surprised if this mod is updated with more props in the future, or if more mods like this one are released by Messianic Gaming. Utterly Evelyn has given us a new storyteller that's best described as Randy's sister, Rebecca Realistic. Raids will count wealth differently, infestations scale on the number of animals and colonists you have, and Manhunter packs scale with the number of pawns. Rebecca doesn't care about how many colonists you have or if your pawns have injuries or died recently. She'll just send more raids. Raids don't happen on a schedule, and it'll take a while for raiders to hear about how much gold you just mined and maybe put in stacks of piles of gold. Our world is uncaring. Just because you're down on your luck doesn't mean the world's gonna take it easy on you. And sometimes you get an easy life you haven't deserved. That's just life. And that's Rebecca Realistic. That wraps up the mod updates and uploads for this week of February 26th, 2022. If you're interested in any of these mods, you can find links to them in my description. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. I'm Not Bad Cat, and I'll see you next week.